This might just be the most obsolete camera in the world.
Ooh, look at that.
And I think the advice to replace it,
I'm pressing shutter and it's not doing anything.
sets a lot of people up to fail.
I don't know why I thought that this was a good location.
This here is an old DSLR, and every single brand has made one. This one in particular is from Sony. This is the Sony A300. And the first thing you're told to upgrade by every photographer in the internet is your camera. Get rid of that old DSLR. DSLRs are shit. They're so slow, they're noisy, their kit lenses fucking suck. When I first started photography, I just took photos of things I thought were cool. I knew that blurry photos were bad. I knew that noise was bad. But I also knew that that blurry background was fucking awesome. So when my photos weren't turning out like the people's on YouTube, I did the first thing that every single photographer does. I bought a new camera. But here's the thing about scams, right? The best scams often have just a tiny bit of truth to them.
So I figured there's only one way to test this out, and that is to come to here, Summersby Falls. This is the exact spot that I would have come to and have come to when I was first starting out back in 2020, 2021. Funnily enough, the reason that I ended up going with a mirrorless camera, the Sony a7 Mark I, as opposed to a DSLR, it's the very first time I used a DSLR. It was a Canon 50D, Canon 80D. It was my auntie's Canon camera. And well, I didn't know it at the time, but it was broken. And the autofocus sucked. Everything about it was just absolutely terrible. And that planted the seed in my mind that I was not going to get a DSLR whatsoever. Because if I'm using something that's broken and unreliable, well, that's no way to go and take photos. That's no way to go and be a creator. That's no way to build a business using broken equipment. Summersby Falls is actually a really cool location. Back when I was first starting out, all I did was wander around and take photos of things I thought was cool. Putting the 2020 Marley hat on, 2021 Marley hat on, I think we might be able to relive some of those kinds of shots. I know that there's a photo I got here somewhere. Where did I get this photo? Ah, here we go. Let's do this. I can't even see anything. What the fuck? Right there. This right here. I think everyone can relate to taking a photo like this. I remember younger me was taking photos of stairs. It's just the things that are cool. You know, you can't really fault that, can you? Ooh, here's something I would have taken a photo of if I can get my fucking camera up. Cool. This is actually one of the most famous parts of Summersby Falls. Ooh, okay, yeah, here's a cool photo. Here's a cool photo. Just back up this way. Ooh, what if I got something super wide here? There's some graffiti on this rock over here. That's kind of cool. Make sure I don't slip over and fucking die. Let's zoom right in here. I can barely see a thing. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is fucking hard. And it's hard not because of the location. I mean, maybe it is the location. Because this is a cool spot, but like a cool spot is just a cool spot. I just feel like I've bitten off more than I can chew here. I don't know why, when I was starting out, that I thought that this was a good location. Like for photography, like I don't get it. I don't get the mindset that I was in back then. I don't understand it. Oh my God, I don't get it.
For a couple of hours now, and I don't think the camera is the issue. I know that's not exactly what you want to hear, but I don't think it is. Let me show you. if you look at the photos here, right, they're not bad. Like, the way they're edited isn't good, but the quality is there. It's just, they're nothing. If we compare the photos from before, so 2020 me and the 2026 recreation, they're almost identical. Even down to the edit style, they're almost identical. And there's one thing that is super glaringly obvious. What the fuck are the photos even about? Not what are the photos of, that's obvious, but what the fuck are the photos about? I spent the entire time trying to figure out whether this camera is good or not, but I never stopped to think about whether me was good or not.
This is BMW Worthington, and this is a spot that 2019, 2020, 2021 Marley was so terrified to come to. So what happens if you take a place that's designed for selling cars and turn it into a place for photography? Look, unlike Summersby Falls, this place isn't photogenic. Sure, there's cool cars here, but this doesn't have great lighting. This doesn't have super interesting subjects. You actually have to try and make something out of this place. Let's see what the shit DSLR can do. Immediately, one of the first things I see is this fucking beautiful car. Holy crap. This, man, if I had bottomless pit of money, this would be the car. I've got the polarizer on this, so we can probably get some interior shots, but jeez. Like, this just looks so aggressive. Something that is quite annoying about dealerships is all the reflections. It's actually one of the worst locations to be doing photography because you've got big windows, lots of lights, lots of reflections on dark cars, even on light cars here, like immediately overexposed because of just simply white, nicely exposed reflections coming from the windows, overexposed. So you have to get creative. You actually have to think about the thing that you want to do, how you want to photograph, and just exactly what those photographs mean. And right now I feel like I'm in a good vantage point, especially with an 18 to 70 mil. So I've got plenty of reach and plenty of wideness. The process here is a little bit unorthodox. I'm approaching it like storytelling. I know I need details, I know I need wides, I know I need mids. And it's just going to be about trying to use the environment and the inconsistencies and the reflections and everything like that. It's all about trying to use those to your advantage. Like here, you can kind of see, if you get on the right angle, the stripes, the decals on the car line up with the lights above the car. And it's that there that makes a unique shot. It feels kind of crazy to think that I was way too nervous to try something like this. Like I don't understand why I was. I really don't get it. But this is where, like, you know, challenging environments really push you as a photographer because you don't have a choice. You just have to do the work. A good camera helps, but it's not the end all be all. An $100 DSLR right now, apart from it being super slow and very clunky, I'd say it's holding up pretty damn well. God, changing settings on this thing sucks. Come on. Take the damn photo. I'm pressing shutter. And it's not doing anything. It won't focus. Come on.
All right, for a camera that's meant to be shit, for a lens that's meant to fucking suck. Look at this. This is all coming from a camera that's slow, clunky, and it honestly refuses to do the thing that you want it to do. These photos aren't just good, as in like $100 camera good. These photos are just fucking good in general. And I think that that's something that we get completely backwards. We spend so much time trying to figure out whether our camera is good enough that we forget to ask if we're good enough. None of these photos needed a 30 frames per second burst mode. They didn't need some optically perfect, super shallow, super sharp lens. They needed me to look at the scene and ask, what the fuck do I want to say? And I think that that's something that I completely missed when I first started photography. I thought I needed a better camera. I just needed to become a better photographer, and that sucks. That's hard to admit. So let's just go back to the beginning. This might just be the most obsolete camera in the world. I don't think it is. That's the thing I want you to take away from this video. If you're shooting with an old DSLR, a fucking shit kit lens, or literally whatever other camera that you've got, just go and take some photos. You might not need new gear. You might just need to spend a little bit more time figuring out how to use what you've already got. Because the scam isn't that your camera isn't good enough. The scam is convincing beginners that their camera is the reason they're not good enough. Because at the end of the day, the camera doesn't take the photo. You do.